So.
It's been overshadowed how good he's been because of Max Fried and how good Max Fried's been.
Mm-hmm.
But Carlos Rodón has been an absolute horse for the Yankees this year. He is, for how bad he was in that first year, and I didn't think he was that awful. He gave the Yankees their money's worth this year. That's for damn sure.
You are Locked On Yankees, your daily New York Yankees podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On Yankees, which is part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thank you for making us your first listen every day. I'm Stacey Gotsoulias. With me, as always, is my co-host, Brian McKeon. Brian, can you believe that we are previewing the last regular season series?
Boy, does it go fast.
It really
my second season on the show, and it's just flown by.
Yeah, unbelievable. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet $5, and if your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. So download the app today. And just some exciting news for you guys. The last time I checked, we are eight subscribers away from 10,000 on YouTube.
Really proud moment for us. So
yes,
let's get there.
Yes. So anything you can do to get us there. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to us. You'll enjoy the show. And speaking of the show, coming up, it's Fan Mail Friday. So we're going to be answering your burning Yankee questions. We'll also preview the pitching matchups in that last series of the regular season. But first, let's discuss the Yankees sweeping the White Sox and keeping up with the Blue Jays.
Yeah, the Yankees didn't know this while playing, at least until the sixth inning or so, but this became a must-win game for them because Toronto wound up beating up Boston up north of the border, and Yankees needed to stay pat with Toronto. I still think that the way they've set things up and the way, again, Baltimore's going to want to play spoiler, don't get anything twisted, but Toronto's playing Tampa. It's not like Tampa's going to lay down either. So I do think that there is a legitimate chance in these three games for the Yankees to wind up winning this division. So, and if you lose this game, I don't know if there's much of a chance to win the division at that point.
Right.
I don't. So this became a must-win game for the Yankees. They were able to close it off. Just side note, this Chicago White Sox team is really bad.
Oh, yeah, they're bad.
They're really bad.
They're really bad.
So the Yankees did get a little bit of a rest for getting to play them twice. Their two series against the White Sox were both in the last month or two of the season, which is really clutch for them. But overall, solid win. Rodón pitched pretty well. The bullpen looked really good. Devin Williams especially looked really, really good. So you take that absolutely. And one note from this game, Stacey, by winning this game, by the Blue Jays winning as well, whatever team wins the American League East will have home field throughout the American League. And whatever team wins the American League whichever team, I guess, loses the American League East but gets the American League wild card, will be guaranteed the 1 seed in the American League wild card. So if the Yankees are the wild card, every game will be in the Bronx in the wild card series.
Yeah. Rodón finished with 203 strikeouts. So he made it to 200. And this is an interesting stat. He became the first pitcher in Yankees history to have a season with at least 200 Ks and fewer than 140 hits allowed. He only allowed 132 hits.
Doesn't that feel wild, though? Like, you feel like guys would have... Right? I feel like guys would have had great seasons, would have get up less than 140 hits.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially Carlos Rodón.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. And this stat was also amazing. Michael A. Taylor's home run that made it 3-1 White Sox in the fourth ended Rodón's career-long streak of 9 starts, allowing 2 or fewer runs. And it was the first time that he had allowed more than 2 runs since August 1st. At Miami, and that was also Michael A. Taylor's first home run since August 9th.
It's been overshadowed how good he's been because of Max Fried and how good Max Fried's been.
Mm-hmm.
But Carlos Rodón has been an absolute horse for the Yankees this year. He is, for how bad he was in that first year, and I didn't think he was that awful, he gave the Yankees their money's worth this year. That's for damn sure.
2 more things. The White Sox intentionally walked Judge twice, brings his season total to 36, which is now a new AL record. He passes Ted Williams. Just
insane to be intentionally walked that many times. And in the middle of games, too. These aren't in big spots with 2 runners on or middle of games.
Yeah, they're just like, we're going to walk you. We don't want to face you. at all. And then this was a fun stat. After his 7th inning double, Austin Wells is now hitting 306, 357, 597 in 71 plate appearances since August 27th. So Austin Wells is heating up at the right time.
Yeah, that starting catcher job looks like it heated up Austin Wells a little bit, got him a little ticked off. But I don't know. It feels like they trust Ben Rice enough where I think they're going to be splitting time still, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it might be Rice catching Fried, maybe.
They tried it, and it worked out pretty well.
And Wells catching Rodón. So we'll see. We shall see. So, yeah, no, it was a good night. I mean, it would have been better if Toronto lost, but, you couldn't expect the Blue Jays, you couldn't expect Boston to sweep the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays had to have woken up at some point. They decided to do that on Thursday. And as long as the Yankees kept pace with them, it was good. You don't want to be behind going into this weekend because then there's no chance. If you stay tied with them, if the Blue Jays lose a game and you sweep the Orioles, you win the division. Because if you finish tied, you don't win the division because you lost the tiebreaker. So
not in their favor, but can happen. The Blue Jays could, I guess the only way is a sweep, I guess, right? Because even if the Yankees take 2 out of 3 and Toronto loses 2 out of 3, they're tied.
Yeah. And then Toronto wins by tiebreaker.
So they have to sweep.
Yep. All right. Well, it's everyone's favorite day of the week, Fan Mail Friday. If you're new, we do this every week. We ask you guys to send in questions. We have the Locked On Yankees insiders who send us questions in a special way. We'll tell you how to do that in a little bit. And you are also able to ask us questions on YouTube, but we answer the insider questions first. And every week we start off with Betty, and this is what Betty has to say. With the recent good performances of Devin Williams, parentheses, I still get scared when he comes into pitch, at the end of the postseason, would you hang on to him or let him go?
First of all, Betty, when there's a open position for producer of this show, I'm going to suggest that you take the job if you need a side gig because great first question to lead us off. Absolutely terrific. I think my analogy was pretty spot on the other day, where this is getting back with the ex-girlfriend that all your friends knew were bad for you, but they still want you to be happy. But all your friends are still saying, be careful, please be careful, don't get hurt. That's what Devin Williams feels like. I want him to do well. I really do, but I'm still terrified of the amount of trauma that he caused me throughout the entire season. When it comes to the offseason, I don't know about you, Stacey, I do feel like it's run its course. I just feel like it's over. And I don't mean that in like a bad, I'm sure Devin Williams is a fine player and he'll get picked up somewhere. And I'm sure now it'll be a 1-year deal compared to the deal he was going to get. He's going to get a 1-year prove it deal from somebody. And I don't think it's going to be here. Right.
And he'll probably go somewhere and be lights out because that's always how it happens, right?
Yeah, no, he'll go to the Royals or something on a 1-year deal for like $11 million and have a 1 ERA. It'll be great. But if you're the Yankees, I think that's run its course.
I would like to say a note about the next question, but continue.
Yeah, I think it's run its course. It's over. They'll trust him in the postseason, but that's as far as it's going to go, I think.
Now, just a heads up, this question was asked before the game on Thursday.
Yes.
So keep that in mind.
David F. said, with 3 games now remaining, how many more wins do you project the Yankees need to win the East? Well, we know it's 3.
We have to sweep. They have to sweep. They have to win out. They have to just keep going. They can't lose. If they lose, then it's done because I don't think the Blue Jays are going to get swept. I don't think they're going to lose 2 out of 3. I really don't. Not to the Rays. Although I have to say the Rays, I don't know if I like this. Do you like the rookie hazing? I don't think I do anymore. I think it's old.
Yeah, it depends on the level to which
they make them dress like Disney princesses.
I don't hate that. I don't like sometimes they make them carry the Dora backpack.
See, that's funny. Yeah. I don't mind that.
Yeah. When all the
they were all dressed like there was a Jasmine, there was a Belle, there was a bunch of them because there were a bunch of rookies, but yeah, they were Disney princesses going on the plane.
I mean, they might need that to just lighten up the mood.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because I believe they got walked off on Thursday, right? By the Orioles, or was that Wednesday? When did they get walked off on by the Orioles? Wednesday. Thursday, because Wednesday was the
last Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you for that question, David. But yes, they just need to keep winning. That's it. No time for losers because we are the champions. That's how the song goes. So that's what they need to do. All right, next question. Matt V. how do these Toronto and Detroit collapses compare to the 2017 Mets collapse? Well, you put that question in, and then Detroit went on and beat Cleveland, and Toronto went on and beat Boston. So things are a little interesting again.
The Toronto collapse is nowhere near the Mets one. Not even close. Because the Toronto one happened in a week. The Mets was a 7-game lead with 17 to play. That's a crazy blown lead. The Tiger one, if they blow, now they haven't blown it officially. Right. They're now tied.
Because now they're tied again.
Yeah. The Tiger one would be the worst in Major League history. Maybe the worst in sports history. Honestly. I mean, they were up 15 and a half games. That's damn near impossible to blow a lead that big.
Yeah.
Especially in baseball.
That's bad.
Yeah. That's the Mets one's really bad too, especially with what was going on with the Mets too at the time.
Yeah.
Coming off that 06 season, blowing it like that's pretty terrible.
Well, no, I mean, making it to game 7 of the NLCS and losing it the way they did. And then you're thinking, okay, cool.
And then they play really well the next year. You're like, all right, they have this young, good core. They're going to be good for a while. And then you blow that and miss the postseason entirely.
Yeah.
See, the thing, I actually think the Mets one's worse because, and this is only due to the circumstance of how the league was set up back then, but the Mets missed the playoffs entirely.
Entirely.
Yeah. Like if Detroit blows it, they're still going to get in. So it's not quite similar. Like getting into the postseason is still a reward. Now it's a little skewed because they're going to be blowing a major lead, but they're still getting into the dance.
Yeah.
Their season's not over. The Mets blew it and their season was over.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was amazing. All right. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel because we're so close to 10,000. We can taste it. Hit the like button on our videos, hit the notifications so you know when our videos go up. You can also listen to us on every podcasting platform available. We have a TikTok account. You can follow us there at @LockedOn_Yankees, and you can join the Locked On Yankees Insiders Club. As I said, you get top priority on Fan Mail Friday, and there are a whole bunch of other perks. And if you sign up, you will find out there's a 14-day free trial. All right, coming up next, we answer more of your Fan Mail Friday questions.
Guys, what do you get when you have a bald eagle standing on top of a silverback gorilla while riding a T-Rex? You get confidence, pure confidence. And if you're looking for something beyond the usual pill, it's time to meet Rugiet Go Long. That's exactly where Rugiet Go Long comes in. This isn't just another ED pill. It's a total game changer for confidence. Go Long combines 2 doctor-trusted medications in one dual-action formula, so you can get hard and go the distance. The effects can last up to 36 hours. That's confidence all day, all night, and even into the next day. The process is simple. Connect with the board-certified doctor 100% online, and if prescribed, your treatment ships discreetly right to your door. Ready to level up on your confidence in the bedroom? Head to Rugiet.com and use promo code LOCKEDONMLB for 15% off your first order. That's RUGIET.com, promo code one word LOCKEDONMLB. Make sure to use our code so they know that we sent you. I just want to say there should be a day where insiders get access to the Locked On Yankees conversations that happen behind the scenes of the show, because there's some comedy that goes on, and I think you guys would preferably enjoy it. Not appropriate for the airwaves, but I'm sure you guys would love it.
Yeah. I was thinking about putting together bloopers, especially me, because I'm constantly screwing up. Just to pull the curtain back. Sometimes I have trouble speaking. Sometimes you have days where your mouth works slower than your mind and it's like, so yeah, I was thinking about doing that one time, but there's so many, it would take me hours to do that. But maybe next season I'll start collecting the bloopers and putting them into a file.
You guys would love it. We'll release it at the end of next year. Stay tuned a year from now. Let's go to Chris F to continue in our insiders. He says, I play the show on Switch now on my 4th season. I use Rice as my primary catcher over Wellesley and love having Fried, Cole, and Rodón on the rotation. Question is, do you have or have you played any version of the show? I'm on 2025 version now, and it's so realistic. Brian, I did trade for Bryce Harper, and he's mashing, looking great in pinstripes. Thank you. Keep the fire going. You devastated me there, Chris. Do you play the show?
I don't play anything. What do I play? I have Township on my phone. I have my own little town that I build, but other than that, I don't do anything other than that.
I do play the show for PS5. I used to have it for PlayStation 2 as a kid. I actually had a Red Sox team, a franchise mode Red Sox team in 2002, but I traded away all the Red Sox players and started my own roster, and we were dominant. we're still dominating that team. So other than that, though, I'm very sad that you put Bryce Harper in a Yankee uniform because that should be the reality.
Yes.
Not video game.
That is really depressing to think about all those home runs he could have hit for us.
Also, it gets me excited. Not that I want it to come faster, but it gets me really excited for next April because we actually are going to see Cole, Rodón, and Fried in one rotation, which is pretty stupid.
Yeah, that should be hopefully good.
Yeah,
hopefully. All right, our last insider question comes from Ruben. He asks, who starts at third base in a game 1 against Skubal or Crochet? Would it be McMahon, Rosario, or Caballero?
Oh, it does. It's absolutely McMahon. There's no question. At third base, I thought he was asking shortstop, honestly.
Yeah.
Third base, there's no question. It's McMahon. He's going to start every game in the postseason.
Yeah, he's like a vacuum out there. Like, I don't care what he does at the plate. I mean, he got on base a couple times on Thursday.
His OPS is actually good, and his on base is pretty good. It's just his batting average is low, and he has decent power too. And he hasn't had a lot of power with the Yankees necessarily, but like he does have pop. Yeah. He'll be playing third base the entire postseason. Like the entire postseason. The question is shortstop, I think.
Right.
And I'd start Caballero. Just throw that in there.
It'll be interesting.
Let's go to the YouTube questions where we start off with YouTube. Natalie M40 says, so we all agree that Boone has us scratching our heads, but I have been curious to know if either of you had an opportunity to interview him, what would you ask? Let's go get first place. Go Yankees.
I would ask, why the hell did you bring Nestor Cortez in Game 5 of the World Series, Game 1 of the World Series? Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's weird because he does get very testy in interviews when interviewers have the guts to actually ask him a tough question.
Yeah,
like Meredith goes in there and she don't care. She'll ask anything. When she goes in there and asks him tough questions, he gets a little testy with her.
It's part of the job, man. You gotta suck it up and answer those questions, because if you make stupid moves, you have to answer for them. Everyone expects the players to come out after a game after they've made like a game-changing error to explain themselves. So you need to be able to suck it up and explain yourself.
I'll tell you this: I'm never asking him a game 7 ALCS question. No, he's asked that enough with the glory days.
Right. Or maybe doing like a, this is before your time. It happened 2 years before you were born. But Hugh Grant was famously caught with someone in a car, and he went on Jay Leno's show. That was his first appearance in public after that arrest happened. And Jay Leno's first question to him was, "What the hell were you thinking?" Which was the best thing ever. And I don't even like Jay Leno, but
that would work. That would work for Aaron Boone. Then.
For Aaron Boone, what the hell were you thinking? That's basically what I would ask. So yeah. But I'd really have to think about that though. Like if I had the opportunity to actually interview him, I'd probably ask him questions about childhood and being around baseball and his playing career and watching his brother and like stuff like that.
He wouldn't be the guy that I'd want to interview. When it comes to like, if I was given like a ticket to who can I interview with the Yankees, it wouldn't be Boone.
Well, yeah. But I mean, if I got the opportunity, I wouldn't turn it down.
No, but I'd rather interview like Steinbrenner. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather even Cashman. I think I'd rather have than Boone.
Yeah, I can see that. Thank you for the question, Natalie. Our next one is from Lolo Paul, 3775. Hi, Stacey and Brian. If we win the division, who would you be rooting for in the Wildcard series? I guess that the matchup would most likely be the Blue Jays versus the Red Sox. Who would you rather face in the ALDS if the Yankees do get the bye? Thank you guys, and let's go Yankees.
Toronto. The Yankees have better starting pitching than them, a better bullpen than them. 100% I want Toronto. I'd rather have Toronto.
Yeah. I feel like Toronto played the Yankees at the right time of the year when everything was falling apart for the Yankees. And when you saw the Yankees were playing better, they did better against Toronto in their series. So yeah, I think I'd prefer.
Toronto really struggled in the series against the Yankees in the Bronx.
Yeah. I think things are changing a little bit. And I would like to point out that I keep getting texts from Sully. And he said, what did he say? Where'd he go? I can't believe I'm saying this, but as a Red Sox fan, I would much rather face Toronto than the Yankees now.
Yeah. I don't want anything to do with the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I'd rather someone else take care of them.
But it's funny that a Red Sox fan is saying that about the Yankees, and we're thinking that about the Red Sox.
Yeah,
so.
I hear where he's coming from.
Yeah.
But I don't want anything to do with the Red Sox. Like
No.
a guy like Crochet the Blue Jays have no one close to Garrett Crochet on their roster.
No.
So Stacey, Colin Martin 7783 says, what should be the Yankees' number one priority in free agency in the offseason?
Bellinger.
Yeah, I think it's this year in free agency is more about retention than addition.
Mm-hmm.
They need to bring back guys, right, as opposed to adding. Right. I don't think adding is the priority at this offseason, to be honest.
Yeah,
maybe an extension for Jazz too. Before don't let him go 30 for 30 next year and hit free agency.
Yeah,
because Jazz will get every dollar imaginable. So lock him up before he has the opportunity to do.
But he also did say, I mean, I know guys say this, but I think he really means it when he says he wants to stay in New York.
So do I. I think he loves it here.
Yeah. All right, coming up, we have more Fan Mail Friday questions from our YouTube viewers, and we will preview the pitching matchups of the final series of the regular season between the Yankees and Orioles next.
The NFL season is here, and FanDuel is making sure that you're ready for kickoff with a can't-miss offer. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Now, I love using FanDuel because it fits however I feel like betting that day. I can go to player props, building same-game parlays, or even jumping in live as the action unfolds. It makes every game more exciting, whether you're watching your team or just keeping an eye out for that fantasy lineup. It's also quick, it's easy, and it's the best way to add a little more energy to your Sundays. So are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app right now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. And guys, not only do we cover your team every single day, but now we're giving you instant episodes after every single game. Check out the Locked On Yankees postcast. It's hosted by Jay Berman, and it appears right here on the Locked On Yankees podcast feed. It also streams on our YouTube channel. Get rapid reaction to all the biggest moments with the Locked On Yankees postcast. Stacey, speaking of that YouTube channel, 8 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. We're both very proud of that, and we want to get there really badly. So if you have not subscribed and you are watching this show, go hit that button. Go hit that button. I want to celebrate.
Yes. And when we do hit 10,000, I'll probably have a weepy statement prepared for the next show when we do hit 10,000, because I never thought we'd ever make it to this milestone we're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
When I started hosting this show 7 years ago.
We're not there yet. Almost there. Let's hear from Lupus Notice. He asks, hey there, Stacey and Brian. No matter division or wild card, we Yankee fans have talked a lot about potential Game 3 starter. With the most starts as rookie in Yankee history, 193 Ks, 180 pitched, 74 walks, Billy the Kid Warren has shown a poise and fearlessness that shouldn't be ignored. In a winner-take-all at Yankee Stadium, I would ask Warren to give me his best 9 outs and take it out from there. Could one of you make the case for Gil and another make the case for Schlittler? I already know Billy the Kid has a low chance of starting that Game 3. I just thought he deserved some love for how big his baseballs were this season. Making start after always getting back up off the mat when stuff went awry. Thank you for considering my question, and let's go Yankees.
I mean, Will Warren has had 3 bad starts? Like 3 really not great starts.
Which is completely skewed his ERA, by the way.
Right. That has really messed up his ERA, because when he's on, he's really on. I just think that between
there's no chance.
3 of
They're
them,
not going to do it. Yeah.
Right. Gil has the experience. So I think he's 1A, Schlittler's 1B, and then Warren. I think that's how it's going to work. We'll tell you about the pitching matchups in a moment.
Yeah.
But it feels like this is audition time for the 3 of them.
I agree. I think Gil has the experience, which gives him a slight leg up as of now, but Schlittler's got the stuff. And I think that matters, especially in the postseason when strikeouts are key and Schlittler can really get them for you. By the way, totally did not realize that Will Warren had 193 strikeouts on the year.
I mean, we were looking at his numbers earlier in the season because he was doing really well with the strikeouts and he was leading all rookies. And yeah. Yeah, so 193 is a lot.
My vote right now is Schlittler. I want him starting a game 3. I just think his stuff plays more. And I not that a heel is not good. It's just his stuff has not been the same as it was last year.
Right. All right. Next question is from Casey Cotreau 7050. What players do you think have been underrated this season, both for the Yankees and across the league? Well, I said it the other day. I feel like Cody Bellinger has been underrated by people.
Yeah,
just because he's been more not underrated, just overshadowed by other people on the team because other guys are having, Grisham has 34 home runs. Who expected that? Jazz with the 30-30. Rice having a breakout season, and Bellinger has quietly had a really solid season for the Yankees.
Yeah, that one's a really, really good one. For the Yankees, it's really tough because they've had a lot of good contributions from players. I don't feel like they're going on. I'll give you one that is a name that you would never hear in an underrated appreciation, but I think it stands hold across the league nationally. Giancarlo Stanton. Talk to people around the league. They like nationally, and I've learned this from the last 2 months now hosting Sunday MLB game night. No one around the league nationally realizes that Giancarlo Stanton has over 20 home runs, over 50 RBIs, and is hitting 280. And he's only been back for 2 months. Like, he's had an absurd 2-month stretch. So I think that's underappreciated and under-recognized. Not that Stanton has not had a bad stretch this year. And he's usually due for one of those 2-week just stinkers. He hasn't given you that. He's been great.
Like he's slowed down on the home runs, but he's still giving you big hits. He had the big hit on Thursday night that put them ahead.
The base hits are there. The base hits are there. Like it's a different player. He's recognizing the strike zone a lot differently than he ever has.
Yep. This one is for you.
Yeah, but you get
to read it. Yep.
XJSCV. Hi, Mr. McKeon. You were solo on Monday show and asked, who do you fear in the AL? For me, it's not a team. It's just Boone. I don't expect anyone to be perfect, but I would hope they would learn over the years. You even pointed out the total waste of Mr. Stanton on Sunday. The only question is, why is he still here? Thanks for your time and your great show. I didn't know my mom's YouTube account was XJSCV, but thank you for the question and the compliments. Yeah, sometimes the Yankees' biggest enemy could be their manager. I mean, they learned it last year in the postseason, so I'd agree with you there. I think it's a great point, and I think Stanton does need to play every day. I do. I don't think you can't be ticky-tack with the lineups. He's a player that's good enough to play every single day.
I like what they did on Thursday, because have him as DH. When he gets a hit late or when he walks late, get Dominguez in there, because Dominguez can run the bases. Yeah,
like it's the perfect situation for Dominguez right now.
Like Dominguez has a place on the postseason roster. It might 100%. Not be left field, but he has a place on the roster.
100. She better be on the postseason roster. He should be on it over Volpe.
Yeah.
Honestly, like he should be on it over Volpe. He's been that good all year.
All right. Well,
let's go to we go. Matchups. This is like you said. I want to point this out before we start reading this. This whole the Orioles are not going to come in looking towards the offseason. They're going to want to play the Yankees tough, but this series is a giant audition. It really is. I'll let you go forward. I just wanted to point that out first.
So we have Friday night, Will Warren against Trevor Rogers. It's the same order from last week's weekend. So Trevor Rogers is pitching for the Orioles on Friday. Tomoyuki. Let's try that again.
You got it.
Did I? Okay. Yeah. Tomoyuki Sugano. There we go. Saturday. And Kyle Bradish for Sunday. And then for the Yankees, Will Warren. We've told you like 3 or 4 times this week that Will Warren is starting tonight for the Yankees. He's 8-8 with a 4.44. Ooh, double numbers and triple numbers. You know how I like that. Going on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, Cam Schlittler and Luis Gil. This is why I said it's an audition. These last 3 starts are very important for each guy. So keep an eye out on all 3 of those guys to see how they do.
I think if each guy gives them a general run-of-the-mill start, it'll just be whoever they were gonna go, whoever is on their mind right now.
Yeah.
If one of them has a blow-up performance where they're horrible, it will elevate the other guy.
Yeah.
And just to put in here, so Friday's game will be 7:05, Saturday will be 7:05, Sunday is 3:05. because the MLB, remember, the
they
last game of the season, they all start at the exact same time. So you could,
Yeah.
and this is one of the first years that will actually get those 305 matchups actually aligning where teams can be playing at the exact same time that are chasing for something that can leapfrog each other inning by inning. So
Oof.
that'll be really, really, there should be an MLB red zone because you could actually run it on that Sunday.
Well, they keep teasing that strike zone that's supposed to be like a red zone for MLB. And where is it?
Yeah, in reality, that concept does not work for baseball every single night.
There's too many. There's
too many games, too many nights.
And you can't. One guy can't host that either. You have to have multiple hosts doing it. Kind of like game night. You have to have different people doing it every night.
Exactly.
Actually, that's a really good segue into game night, right? Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for making Locked On Yankees your first listen every day. For your second listen, find the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night, every game, every night, until a World Series champion is crowned. You get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And as a reminder, Brian is the Sunday night host, so watch it on Sunday night if you can.
Oh, yeah. We'll be live discussing every single playoff implication that broke down. So be there.
So baseball wanted the Wild finish, and they're getting it this weekend.
They are, and we'll be there to cover it for you.
Yep, it should be interesting. So that's going to do it for this Fan Mail Friday edition of Locked On Yankees. I'm Stacey Gatsoulias.
And I'm Brian McKeon. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, or next week.
Or Monday, whenever. No, we'll catch you on Monday.
Yes.